Hello, what have we here?
Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Star Wars Rumors. I am so glad that you have decided to watch this video today. Let's get straight into this. Disney has announced that 3 new untitled Star Wars films will start hitting the theaters in 2022. There will be 2 other Star Wars films released in December 2024 and 2026. This is straight from the Walt Disney Company website. The updated calendar also sets release dates for major franchises Avatar and Star Wars. With Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker bringing the original Skywalker saga to its conclusion, 3 new as-yet untitled Star Wars films will release on the pre-Christmas weekend every other year beginning in 2022. I will leave links to the website where this news appeared on in the description below so you can check it out for yourself and also see the other movies that Disney are planning on releasing over the next 4 to 6 years. So according to this release schedule, after we see episode 9 at the end of this year, we will have to wait another 3 years until we get another Star Wars film in the theaters. And then after that, we've got to wait 2 years in between each movie. Now that's a long time between movies from what we've been used to in the last few years. I loved it when The Force Awakens came out, and then a year later we got Rogue One, and then a year after Rogue One we got The Last Jedi. Then we got Solo, a Star Wars story, roughly 6 months after The Force Awakens was released. Sorry, I meant to say The Last Jedi. I really enjoyed getting a Star Wars movie every year in the cinemas, and it was good getting a break from the sequel movies by getting like those one-off ones in between the sequel movies. But you know what's worse than having to wait 2 or 3 years for a Star Wars movie? Is waiting between Return of the Jedi and The Phantom Menace, and then also that time between Revenge of the Sith and The Force Awakens. Like, at least we're getting something a bit more frequently than we've been used to in the last few decades. I just want to point out that a lot of people are saying that these new movies are going to be part of a trilogy, but all Disney has said is the date that we're getting these movies in, and they say it's an untitled Star Wars movie. They haven't said whether they're part of a trilogy or whether they're going to be standalone movies. We actually haven't even been told who is directing these ones. Rian Johnson is meant to be getting a trilogy to direct, and the Game of Thrones directors are meant to be directing a trilogy as well. But they haven't said who is doing what at the moment, so hopefully we'll get some news soon. I have a theory that we're still going to get 6 movies over the next decade. I think that the movies that have been announced to be released in the cinemas, let's just say the Game of Thrones dudes get a trilogy, they're going to make them and they're going to be released in the cinema. Rian Johnson's trilogy could easily just be going to be released on the Disney Plus streaming service that we're getting later this year. Just like Netflix have movies that are exclusive to Netflix, I'm sure Disney are going to do the same thing with their streaming service, and it looks like they're going to feature a lot of Star Wars on there, so I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to get some Star Wars movies that are going to stream exclusively on this streaming platform they've got coming up. It's so exciting that we're getting all of this new Star Wars stuff. We've got movies and TV shows and more animated series coming out and a few games as well, but I'm just going to say it's going to be sad saying farewell to the Skywalker saga. It has been what Star Wars has been about since 1977. Maybe 10 or 20 years from now, they'll bring the Skywalkers back into the whole Star Wars story. I just want to give a shout out to a fellow Star Wars YouTuber. His name is Darrel, and he has a channel called Darrel's Wonderland. He does videos about Star Wars fan fiction and also goes into a few Star Wars theories as well. You should really go check him out, and if you like him, subscribe to him. I just want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.